Awards are named Joan Bavaria.
All of your support and all of your participation, every one of you. I have to tell you right off the top that I did tell Gifford that I was embarrassed by this, and part of it is because I had a mother who was very much a Puritan, a very conservative New Englander who believed that showing off and calling attention to yourself was a very bad thing. So I was brought up trying to get away from exactly this. Cheryl has been telling me that I should neither cry nor run. So here I am. But I have to say also that it is a very great honor, and I'm very pleased with this because I totally love the award, and I love what it has the potential to do. I hope it goes on forever. We're in a period right now, the so-called, well, whatever you want to call it, the next Enron crisis. Anyway, we have a market kind of freezing process that's going on. And it teaches us, I think, one more time in the subprime real estate market, just being the latest bubble that burst, that Wall Street all by itself, the market all by itself with no steerage mechanism can wreak havoc on all of us. We don't know yet the extent of this latest crisis, although it seems like we may be able to understand a little bit better how deep and how far it might run. But it just seems like when you get into this kind of environment that led up to the subprime real estate crisis, that some people, some players in the market can't have too many jacuzzis, can't have too many exotic cars, can't have too many houses. It really seems, and the word is greed, I think. I'm not sure that that's all, however, it drove where we got, or where we can get, where we can go in capitalism. I have a very, very dear friend who worked right in the heart of everything. He was actually a person who sold mortgage-backed securities out of Bear Stearns. And he is a very close friend, a very good person. I had lunch with him a couple times last year, and the latest time that I had lunch with him was about a month ago. And I said, would you please give me in one or two words, I had this vision of writing another Michael Lewis book, kind of liar's poker of the new century. And I wanted to get stories from this guy, but he said, these are my friends, I'm not going to talk to you like that, which I respected. But he did say something that I thought was quite profound. He said, if you have to distill it to two words, it's hubris and technology. Too much easy and arcane technology and no fear of failure. This is not a new story. This is the way it goes when you don't have some guidelines around capitalism. In the late 70s, when Trillium, what's now called Trillium, was conceived, we had the rather lofty idea, and in fact somebody called it megalomania, that capitalism needed work, that it probably was the best system that we had on earth for organizing our money, but that smart investors couldn't ignore social and environmental costs and benefits and just aim for maximum profit and leave the world and all its inhabitants intact. So almost 30 years later, after we began this journey and led to, as people have said, the Trillium, the Social Investment Forum Ceres, and then the GRI and INCR, we know that A, you don't give up profit when you care about social and environmental impact at the same time. It's not, we had this little session on utilities, and somebody said, this is not an environmental question, and someone else said, it's not a financial question. No, the question, really what it is both and. You have to think about both of them, financial and environmental and social. But we know now that smart investors of any stripe, in fiduciaries alike, this is another thing that we've gotten into, fiduciaries who have charge of other people's money, must take into account the health of the planet on which business feeds. Because business's very survival depends on a thriving and renewable planet. It's that dire. And in this room, we have a lot of smart businesses that have agreed and are acting on this. And I can't tell you how many wonderful meetings I've been in with people from these businesses who really get it and are really trying and really moving things to make a better planet for all of us and a better economy. With these awards, we are moving to try to look at systems change. There are a lot of awards that give individuals or institutions good attention and good, basically gratitude for work that they do in individual areas. What this is a systems award. These two awards are systems awards. In other words, for organizations and individuals that look at this system, the economic and social system, and how we can make it more sustainable, how we can create a new system. In the year 1513, Machiavelli wrote in The Prince, which I've read recently, "There is nothing more difficult to plan, more doubtful of success, nor more dangerous to manage than the creation of a new system. For the initiator has the enmity of all who would profit by the preservation of the old system, and merely lukewarm defenders in those who would gain by the new one." I found through my years of work that this is very true. It is our goal with these awards to tip that balance and fully honor those who are striving toward a new sustainable economic system. The awardees here tonight, I've never met Peter before, but I know Gifford. Both of you represent pieces of systems change. You represent transparency, you represent education, key elements of any kind of system change. The other thing that, before closing, and again thanking you, that I have to say is that Mindy exaggerated a lot. That I will accept that I'm a consensus builder. I will not accept that I thought all this up. I will admit that I got people in the room together a lot and for long periods of time. But I will not admit that all of these ideas were my favorite or not. You don't create change or new systems alone, trust me. Every one of you matters, and every one of the people that has helped me over the years matter. And with that, I thank you for being here.
Well, now you can go on to enjoy this wonderful Brown-Forman wine that's produced by Fetzer. Thank you for attending the reception and the awards ceremony. And as our false alarm fire system in this hotel reminds us periodically, the Boston Fire Department has issued the all clear, resume your normal activities.